Hello everyone, and welcome back to some more Danganronpa 2 with me, Phantom Zwei. So, when we last left off, we were heading to Mahiru's cottage to see if basically she'd had the sort of in-game reward that Monokuma promised. Don't know which way is closer to the hotel at this point, but we're gonna run to the left and head straight back to the hotel and check out her cottage. That's just Chiaki. She could offer us a review of the game case, but I don't think we need that at the moment. I think we've got at least a decent grasp on what happened in the game now. Slash the past, maybe? I don't know. There's Chiaki again. Have you got anything new to say? Probably not. Mahiru's cottage. It should be on this side, in the very back. Okay. Right here. The door looks unlocked. Moving after you're told would be too third-rate, so I made sure to be one step ahead. However, removing what's inside is a huge no-no. There are others who want to investigate too. Okay, so we can't take it with us. I guess I should go inside. Another Monokuma is hidden behind the TV. Compared to my room, the cottage had a somewhat pleasant smell wafting throughout the room. That proves Mahiru was here. She's not coming back. Then I should try looking for a naughty book. Why? Hell now, I was only kidding. Kidding. Are you that kind of person? Jeez, well at least I don't feel nervous anymore. Wait, could that be the reason she said that? But it looks like we don't need to search for it. Check out that thing on the top of the bed. On top of the bed? Yep, right there. But first, grab the Monokuma. Alright. And everything else in here. Let's take a look at the photos before we do that. These photos. Mahiru must have taken them. She probably developed them at the supermarket. Even in this situation, there's a lot of photos of smiling people. Is that because of her personality? That's depressing, man. Everything else looks normal. There's an envelope on top of the bed. Pippi, this might be it. The ending prize Monokuma gave to the first person who beat that game. What's inside the envelope? Let's find out. I turned over the envelope, and what came falling out was a few photos. Ah, this photo. This is... it's Hiyoko, Ibuki, and Mikan. Photo of Mikan, Ibuki, and Hiyoko in what appears to be some sort of entrance hall. It's just like that game. There was a similar scenario in the first day in Twilight's True Edition. Girl B was in a bad mood because Girl A was late. Girl B tried to cheer her up by taking her picture. Is this the photo she took? Entrance hall photo has been added to the truth bullets. Look at this photo too. The vase. Broken vase? Is that the same photo Girl D showed Girl E on the third day? As I recall, a broken vase was in the classroom next to the music room. Broken vase photo has been added. But this photo is more shocking. As Chiaki showed the photo to me, I was stunned into silence. This is an actual photo of a dead body. Since there's a piano behind that body, it looks like it's in the music room, if that's the case. Could this be a photo of the first victim? You mean, it's the victim of the murder that occurred on the first day? Yeah, the one they blamed on the pervert. High school girls' crime scene photo has been added. And one more. This is the last photo. This is probably The photo of Girl E after she got killed on the 4th day. Who is Girl E? I mean, it nearly matches her body in the game. Yeah, there's no mistake. This is a photo of Girl E. Girl E's crime scene photo has been added to the truth bullets. With that, we finished looking at all the photos. I mean, I guess we don't know who Girl E is because they're dead, but how do they relate to the people that are still alive? So based on all these photos, yeah, it seems pretty clear. This is the ending prize. This is the ending prize for beating Twilight. And what's depicted in these photos proves that Twilight Syndrome murder case is based on an actual murder. Does that mean the stuff about our memories being stolen? What's this? Is there something else? There's a note inside the envelope. Try playing Twilight Syndrome. After you get a game over, press down 5 times for the real game. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then. That was from... Okay, so he actually gave this to Mahiru, knowing that she was Girl B, and this was all given to her by Fuyuhiko. Got it. This note. Maybe the first person to beat the game and receive the ending prize wasn't Mahiru. Someone else sent this to Mahiru, and that person is the one who actually received the ending prize. Mahiru wasn't just lured there by Nagito, she also received this envelope. And that's why she played that game, right? The person who played this game first. This envelope looks very familiar. And the word sister written in this note. Based on these clues, I can't think of anyone other than him. Yeah. Fuyuhiko. Yeah, I'm glad we came here to investigate. Because we did that, we discovered a very important clue. Yeah, I agree. There's still one thing left. We have to find out who actually killed Mahiru, but there's not much time left. I need to hurry. Visit Fuyuhiko's cottage, right? See if he's there. Hashime and Chiaki. What a coincidence. If something happens twice, 3rd time's the charm, so they say. What a coincidence. Are you a stalker or something? Don't say that. I was just thinking about filling you in on the results of my investigation. Results? Did you find out something? I'll let you know if you drop to your knees and lick my shoes. Huh? Just kidding. I was joking. It didn't sound like a joke to me. Well, it's about the footprints. The killer left their footprints in front of the beach house, right? Did you find out whose footprints those are? If you want to know, I highly recommend you come to the beach house with me. With you? Of course you'll come with me, right? I don't trust him as far as I can throw him, but if I can actually get a clue. What are you going to do, Chiaki? I'm going to try to talk to Fuyuhiko and see if he can tell me anything. So I'll leave this to you. Yeah, that's definitely a good idea. If someone like me tried to talk to him, it'd be impossible, but it might be different with a girl. Just be careful that he doesn't get rough with you. I guess this is where we part. I'll see you later, Hajime. Huh? Did you actually want her to say? Actually? What do you mean? Let's go. I'll go on to the beach house and wait there. You better stay away from Chiaki, Nagito. I will kick your ass, man. That's all I'm saying. Alright, so we are going to the beach house. And the only place we can fast travel to is right here. Okay. Actually, it's faster to go this way, right? To get to the beach house? Yes, okay. It's Gundam. I was right. Huh? I already assumed you would come here. There is nothing you can hide from me, the supreme overlord who wields the dark devas of destruction. Thus I know everything. For instance, I happen to know you fiends were preoccupied with your infantile beach play. It matters not. Sure, dude, have at it. That's right. That's it. That's precisely it. I see. So he wanted to be invited too. You do realize this turned into a murder, right? Almost forgot about the mini-map again. Nagito. Crazy bastard. Let's try going inside. Thought we were talking about the footprints. Nagito! Why the hell are you here?
Yeah.
Why, hello there, Kazuchi. Thanks for going easy on me earlier. Thanks to you, I was able to walk away with just mild bruising. You clearly think like an ultimate. This bastard! You two have arrived at a good time. Big news! I've discovered something very terrible. A terrible discovery? And she sounds so thrilled about it. Not only that, I believe it's nothing like Sonia's, but there's something I noticed too. You too, Mika? Yep, this is great. It looks like the investigation is reaching its boiling point. Okay, Sonia. Start with you. Listen, I have big news. Huge news. What's the big news? Remember that Sun Witch Esper Ito mask that was next to Mahiru's body? Oh, the mask the killer used to hide their face. Not necessarily. No, that is not correct. The mask was not used to hide their face. Then what was it for? Sparkling Justice. Huh? Sparkling Justice is a serial killer. Oh, excuse me. Yawns just suddenly came to me. And is a serial killer and self-professed ally of justice, whose name makes mankind shudder. They wear a hero mask at all times. Supposedly they are a serial killer who only murders other criminals. Do not look so disappointed, Hajime. You need to be surprised. This Sparkling Justice character, that's the serial killer you were talking about before, right? It's true the mask we found is a hero mask, but it is a heroine mask, to be precise. Sun Wisp Esper Ito is a pretty witch girl. See? A heroine! Anyway, so you're saying it's possible that the serial killer is the one who killed Mahiru? Which means there's a serial killer hiding among us? I'm pretty sure I've seen a twist like this in some video game. Danganronpa 1! This is stupid. Serial killer my ass. The killer just used it to cover their face. But even so, he sure chose something that stands out. That might be true, but although it's easy to write this off as foolish, it might be best if we exercise some caution. Sonia, can you tell us everything you know about the so-called Sparkling Justice? The hell? I noticed you said Kira Kira-chan. It's pretty good. What the heck was that? It is Sparkling Justice's catchphrase. An unknown serial killer has a catchphrase? I read it in a magazine at the library. There's only ever been one person, a journalist, who has interviewed Sparkling Justice. The article was written in their native language, so I tried translating it. However, in the end, that journalist was punished by Sparkling Justice too. No good can come from getting involved with a serial killer. That serial killer might not want to hear that from you. This is all I know about sparkling justice. Thanks to the masks, no one knows their true age or gender, making them a very mysterious individual. Hey, isn't that kind of a stretch? To say there's a serial killer hiding in our group? No, it does not mean that they are in our group. It's possible the serial killer was lurking on this island all along, before they decided to murder Mahiru. Very, very unlikely. That's probably not possible. But that is the only thing I can think of. I mean, no matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. That one of us is capable of committing such a horrible murder. No matter how much I think about it, I simply cannot believe it. Sonia. I do understand Sonia's feelings, but it's highly unlikely that there's a serial killer hiding on this island. Alright, Nikan also had a discovery, so let's talk to her. Nikan, you had something to say too, right? Well, compared to the others, what I have to say isn't that important. So please don't get your hopes up, and be disappointed. I get it, so just get on with it. I tried my best to perform the autopsy, and I was able to find out. Mahiru was definitely killed by a blow to the head. She was probably struck from behind by one blow. Based on the scar, the weapon is clearly the metal bat. But every dark cloud has a silver lining, as they say. It looks like Mahiru didn't suffer. What does that mean? There is no doubt that she died instantly. So like I thought, she didn't crawl to the door, she was moved there. Her death was instant? It sounds a little strange. I think I'd better remember that. Yeah, definitely gonna remember that to counteract the idea that she crawled to the door. Which means that the killer would have moved their body to the door to prevent anyone from coming in that way. But they didn't block off the front. Either that, or they locked the front, but then they had to leave out the front. And there's another thing I found. I'm sorry I started talking on my own. Were you busy right now? Just tell me. During the autopsy, I discovered this in Mahiru's pocket. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the place and time? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems there's someone who wants to interfere with our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Kyoko Sayonji. This letter. If this letter is real, it would mean Hiyoko met up with Mahiru, right? Plus, Mahiru's estimated time of death was around 3 o'clock p.m., and they met 30 minutes prior. If we think about that and what that implies, then I'm starting to get confused. If it's true, what does it mean? What happened between Mahiru and Hiyoko? Interesting. Miss Sonia, she looks strangely excited. Awesome. That's like a powerful gap moe. Oh man, I don't really get it, but nice one, princess. That Miss Sonia is something else. This guy's just so laid back. I should leave him alone. Alright, now Nagito. Creepy bastard. Hey, tell me what you know already. Didn't you find out whose footprints those were? Actually, how were you able to find that out? After listening to everyone's story at the airport, I went to a certain place. Well, it's probably better to say that I snuck in. To everyone's cottages. Everyone's cottages? I told Monokuma I needed access for the investigation, so he simply let me in. Bastard. He did something shady again. But why did I do something like that? Well, I'll explain my reasoning to you. Nagito squatted down near the entrance to the beach house and began to spread some papers he was holding. Come on, Najime, take a look. After all, I went to the trouble of gathering this. Oh, did he trace out everyone's shoes? Those footprints. I see, so the reason you snuck inside everyone's cottages was... That's right. I wanted to get a sample of everybody's footprints. But unfortunately, Fuyuhiko wouldn't leave his cottage, so I couldn't complete it. Well, I guess it's no big deal. It seems obvious that the footprints belong to this person. Whose footprints are they? Yoko Sayonji. Yoko's?
Oh man.
To be honest, the reason I summoned her to the airport was so I could lure her out of her cottage. She shut herself inside her cottage, remember? If she stayed in there, I couldn't sneak in. So I figured if I lured her out, she wouldn't be in a hurry to go back to her cottage. You're treating her like a small animal. It was totally worth it. The footprint I collected there was smaller than anyone else's, and matched the footprints at the beach house. Yep, there's no mistake. These are Hyoko's footprints. Okay. Also, it's not like I was snooping around or anything, but I found something really interesting at her cottage. Something interesting? I found a lot of these candies inside her room. Yeah, it matches the gummy inside the closet, right? That's... They're gummy candies that come in 4 different flavors. Strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. Looks like she got it from the supermarket. Apparently she really likes this brand of gummies. There should have been other gummy brands, but she only brought home a bunch of these. People are like that sometimes. There are people who only eat the same brand, even if it's just potato chips. Just a second. Strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. So that would be lemon though, right? It's a yellow gummy. Strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. Yeah. Those wouldn't be yellow. If he's implying that she only eats those kinds of gummies. But that's something to keep in mind. What's wrong with that? Well, it's not clear if this relates to the incense, but I thought I should tell you, just in case. Just in case. Coming from this guy, that means it probably greatly relates to this incident. Going back, it's been added to the truth section, or truth bullet section of the handbook. Bing bong!
比類なき瞑想の時間は終わりを告げ。時は来たりり、今こそ死憂を決する時だ。鮮血の睨み合い、狂乱の知恵比べ。さあ、学級裁判がついにその幕を開けるぞ。というわけで、モノクマロックの前に集合だ。そこに隠された秘密の入り口からエレベーターで地下へとお進みください。ぷぷぷぷ、じゃあまた後でね。
さて。
Looks like it's time. I guess the investigation is over. Finally starting. The class trial where our hopes and the killer's hope will finally clash. But it's alright. Either way, hope will win in the end.
Yosh.
Now then, let's go prove it. What's he so excited about? There's no reason to respond to a guy like that. Anyway, we should start heading over. At the trial field where Monokuma is waiting. I have to make my case there.
逃げ道はない。
There's no escape. We have no choice but to press forward. Now then, let us go. As we talked among ourselves, we left the beach house and Mahiro's body. Okay, guys. About time. Oh, wait. Let's pull up the map. I thought it was gonna be right here. Oh, Monokuma Rock is... This has to go left, right? Too bad I can't fast travel over there, but... Got the Mono Beasts. Got a pet alert. Whoa. It wants to give you something. Mono coins, 100. Ramune and coconut juice. Sweet. Goodbye. Well, thank you. Oh, it just left. Okay, well, I guess I'm getting a new pet. I guess that's an egg. Well, anyway, let's feed the pet another gift. It has been forever. I guess I can't until it's born. Actually, of course I can, because the hope meter and the despair meter actually reset now. The next growth, 100. Crazy ass mono beasts, man. And here is the mono rock. Monokuma rock. I want a rock! Yeah! Let me go! Help me! He's gonna do something crazy to me. I'll be ruined. Hey, shut up and stay put, you stubborn little Lolita. Hey, stop harassing little girls! What's going on? Hiyoko was trying to run away, so Monokuma brought her here by force. But Hiyoko's still trying to run away, so Monokuma's trying to wrap her in a full Nelson. If you don't stay put, I'm gonna make you a part of this island's food chain! Making me waste my sweet-ass time. But there's another problem to deal with besides this one. Where the heck is Fuyahiko? That guy. He totally ditched my appointment. He pisses me off. His anger changed his form? I'm right here. Fuyahiko, you came. I was worried about you. There's nowhere for me to run anyway, so no matter the ending, I have to accept it, right? Still. I'm a Yakuza. Accepting defeat is not an option. Fuyahiko, what does that mean? Well, it's all good. If the trial heats up, it's all good. It looks like everyone's here, so let us depart now. I'll go first and be one step ahead of you guys. Crap. I'm not mentally prepared yet. Do you even have to prepare? You don't have enough power to harness your latent energy. Come on, bring out that energy! So it begins. The beginning of the end. Now then, let's keep our spirits high, so we can one day find that shining hope. That's right. I can only... Moving forward is the only option. Alright, let's go down the line. Starting with Gundam. You should be honored. A mere human such as yourself will be present to witness the beginning of the end. Right, dude.
I believe in you. If everyone works together, you should be able to stand against any despair. I will definitely help you out.
Yoko?
I have nothing to do with this.
Uh-huh. Don't believe that for a second. What are you dilly-dallying for? Come on, let's hurry up and go. Pico. Let's go. There's no reason for us to waste time here. The truth behind Mihiro's death. Sparkling justice may hold the key. No, that just has to be it. Chiaki! Let's go. We can't forgive the killer. This class trial stuff again, huh? So this time we gotta figure out who killed Mahiru, huh? I don't get complicated stuff, so I'll just leave this to you guys. Great. Nekomaru. You don't unleash your power here. Where else are you going to unleash it? Don't you want to avenge Mahiru's death? That would be tough, dude. Monokuma changed his forms! Color me surprised. Could he be the type to awaken hidden powers when he gets angry? He's a stuffed animal, right? No, he's some kind of crazy robot, but... I'm not mentally prepared yet, but I don't think I'll ever be. We can't just stand around all day. Yeah, I guess you're right. Miken? Mahiru. Why did Mahiru? This is impossible. And Fuyuhiko. I'm a Yakuza. I will run or hide. That almost smashed Pico and Nagito into little bitty pieces.
No matter how many times I see it, it's such bad taste. The worst, the lowest, the most brutal taste.
Somehow I moved my muscles, stiff from fear and nerves, and awkwardly walked onto the escalator. For some reason, my breathing was short. I was eventually struck by a feeling similar to dizziness. The moment all of us were inside Monokuma Rock. And down the elevator. A rumbling sound filled the room, and the surrounding space began to fall. As it shook with a clatter, the elevator we were inside continued to drop. Throughout that drop, I was fluctuating between feeling hope and despair, as if my heart was a rotten fruit, swelling in the sun before it finally goes squish. I suddenly stopped breathing. My consciousness began to fade. Pressure. I tried to endure that pressure by firmly standing on my legs. And after a while, the elevator's vibrations gradually weakened. And it stopped altogether. Aim! Defeat the boring routine! So I've decided to start redecorating. How's it look? Mr. Monokuma's redecoration is awesome, isn't it? It's not like I'd allow you to think otherwise anyway. To go to the trouble of doing something like this elaborate. Really, what is your true intention? Nothing, really. Essentially, this killing game is just to kill time anyway. Kill time? To break away from my purpose. That alone is my purpose. A purpose is only gonna be a weakness. Those who have a purpose are always the weakest ones in the bunch. That's why you guys should forget about such cheap-ass purposes like trying to survive. And enjoy the class trial from the bottom of your hearts! It's starting. The class trial is starting. Mahiru Koizumi, the ultimate photographer. She had an unyielding force of personality. She was actually very good at taking care of people. Most importantly, she was always straightforward. I didn't like her, but I can't argue with any of that. The person that killed her is among us. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it. I don't want to believe it, but... regardless, we need to find the answer. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not. Because it's the only way. Aside from finding out who the killer is, there is no other way for us to survive. And so, this life-threatening trial, billowing with hope and despair, has begun. And with that, we will save the current progress, as they say. Set skills. Do we have any more skill points? We do! Okay, so we did get a new skill from Chiaki, cheat code. The time limit doesn't increase even if you shoot a statement with the silencer. Effective during the non-stop debate, cannot be combined with Infinity Unlimited Flame. Let's equip those. I think that's all the excuse me, all the skills that I have. Yeah. Okay. Alright guys, so I am gonna go through the handbook a little bit. Let's do a little bit of thinking about the truth bullets, and, you know, just basically, because it's early in the episode, relative to what I usually do, 35 minutes in. So we'll go through this a little bit and see if there's anything we can kind of figure out from it. The victim is Mahiru Koizumi. Estimated time of death is around 3. The scene of the crime where the body was discovered was inside the beach house of Chandler Beach. The cause of death, rather, is a killing blow to the head with a blunt instrument, which is confirmed to be the metal bat. There are no other conspicuous injuries, no traces of foreign substances. The blood stain on the floor had streaks leading to the roadside door, as if Mahiru had crawled through it. But we know she did not crawl through it. Instead, she had to have been dragged. Okay, footprints on the beach. Footprints were found near the crime scene. The trail leads from the beach house and loops around towards the road. The footprints were Hyoko's. Yeah, and we even saw her pass by crying. So, we know Hyoko ran from the beach. Is this... This is from the front door, right? Not from the door where Mahiru's body was found? It doesn't say, but I'm gonna assume they come from the front door. Metal bat. The metal bat was found at the crime scene. Due to the bloodstains coating it, it is believed to be the murder weapon. The murder weapon used in the case Twilight Syndrome murder case was a metal bat, too. Trash can. There were a bunch of empty plastic bottles inside the trash can in the beach house. They were probably drinks from the refrigerator. Likely. Pretty anime girl mask. Mask of the anime character Sun Witch Esper Ito, found at the crime scene. Yellow gummy. Gummy candy found in the closet at the beach house. Shower room. The beach house has a shower room, however the shower is out of order and cannot be used. Iron barred window. The only window in the shower room. It cannot be, or can be opened, but due to its high location, it can't be accessed unless you hitch a piggyback ride from someone. Broken fish tank. In the Twilight Syndrome murder case, it was a tipped-over fish tank that was found in the music room where the first victim's body was discovered. Gravel and water were scattered everywhere. Killer's escape route. In Twilight Syndrome murder case, there was a broken window in the music room where the first victim's body was discovered. Normally, you can't leave the music room without passing through the entrance hall. Stolen swimsuit. Girl E, who appeared in Twilight Syndrome murder case, had her swimsuit stolen by someone. The ending prize was found in Mahiru's room. It consisted of an envelope containing 4 photographs. There was also a letter included in the envelope that says, "Try playing Twilight Syndrome. After you get a game over, press down 5 times for the real game. Once you do, you should remember what you all did to my sister. We'll talk then." Entrance hall photo. One of the ending prizes is a picture of Mikan, Ibuki, and Hyoko at what appears to be an entrance hall. That's girl A, B, and C, right? Yeah, because D would have been oh my gosh, the girl who was killed. Gosh, what is her name? Mahiru. There we go. Remembered it. So Girl D was Mahiru, and Girl E was the girl who was killed, apparently back in the school before they all arrived here, who was friends with Ibuki, Mahiru, Mikan, and Hiyoko. And then Guy F had to have been, oh my gosh, Fuyuhiko. And his sister was the girl who was initially murdered, right? I think I've at least gotten that much down. Broken vase photo. One of the ending prizes, a photo of a broken vase. Girl D showed Girl E this photo in Twilight Syndrome murder case. This vase was broken in the classroom next to the music room. I mean, I guess I could be wrong about Mahiru being Girl D, but just because of the photos, I'm kind of inferring that. Victim's crime scene photo. One of the ending prizes, a crime scene photo of the victim after she was killed in the music room. So that was Miyahiko's sister, apparently. Girl E's crime scene photo. One of the ending prizes, a crime scene photo of Girl E after she was killed. It looks like she was killed with a metal bat. Gummy bag. Apparently there were a lot of these inside Hiyoko's room. Each bag comes with 4 flavors: strawberry, melon, grape, and orange. It looks like there's yellow gummies inside that bag, though. I kind of assumed from the flavors mentioned that there wouldn't be those, though. It looks like there's yellow ones in there, but... I mean, you wouldn't think the melon would be yellow, but... I don't know. That's strange. Letter on Mahiru. This was found in Mahiru's pocket. I was going to tell you in person, but I couldn't find you, so I put this in your mailbox. About what we discussed earlier, is it okay if we change the time and place? I want you to come to the beach house on the second island at 2:30 p.m. It seems like there's someone who wants to interfere in our meeting. Let's keep it a secret. Until then, let's try not to see each other for a while. It would be bad if they started suspecting us for no reason. Yoko Sayonji. Mikan's autopsy report. Mahiru received a blow to the head from behind and died instantly. Okay. So just looking over all the evidence as we just did, the obvious suspects are Hiyoko and Fuyuhiko. Those are definitely the ones that's kind of like, well, clearly they would have been around, and it seems like Fuyuhiko clearly has a motive to kill Mahiru. Of course, as we know, Danganronpa, things are rarely that straightforward. I don't see any reason that Hiyoko would want to kill Mahiru. Not right off the top of my head, at least. So in the closet, we have this gummy. If someone was trying to pin it on Hiyoko, it would be easy for them to just throw a gummy in the closet and make it look like maybe it was connected to Hiyoko. That doesn't really prove anything. All it is a piece of suspicious evidence. The pre-anime girl mask. That is something I really don't know how to place, to be honest. Would Mahiru have been wearing that? It doesn't seem like she would, because she was the one going around saying she wanted to meet people. Apparently, Hiyoko agreed, but then she changed the agreed time and place. Either that or someone who was pretending to be Hiyoko did. That could have easily have been Fuyuhiko or really anybody else that didn't have an alibi. We know it's not Hajime. We know it's not Kazuchi. We know it's not... I guess we don't know it's not Chiaki, but that doesn't really make any sense. Just going down it like that probably isn't going to necessarily narrow things down. Yeah, I don't know much about the anime mask. Can't really place much from that right here now. Shower room. What it seems to be implying from that in the window, all I can really place from that is it seems like if someone did escape, if there was two people involved in this, then they, you know, gave each other a hand. You know, and thus someone got out through the window. We have Hiyoko's prints leading from the house. But that's not a surprise, because again, we saw Hiyoko running away anyway, and she was crying. We know that because we saw that back before any of this showed up, until before we saw any of it. It's entirely possible that Hiyoko even just showed up and found the body. Oh, one thing that I did kind of forget about that I mentioned at the time, but it's kind of slipped my mind until now, is immediately after Kuzuyu, or not Kuzuyu, Kazuchi. Immediately after he found the body, what are they called? The body alarm. The body found alarm. Anyway, that went off. And normally it's supposed to be only when 3 or more people find it, right? Which means before Kazuchi found the body, at least 2 people, actually I should say exactly 2 people, had seen Mahiru's body. Yoko, you would think, is probably one of those people, but that's not necessarily true. It's possible that she and Mahiru even just had an argument, you know, and Yoko ran off, and then something happened. We don't know. But if that's the case, that means that there was 2 people, and if that's the case, that means that you assume that Fuyuhiko probably had something to do with it, if not Hiyoko. Then there's someone else involved besides them. Okay, the fish tank. Again, I don't really know exactly what we're supposed to draw from that. There's a lot of questions I have in this, not a lot of answers. I feel like I'm just following the very obvious line of evidence that they've strewn out in this, and the more kind of less straightforward pieces of evidence they have, the ones that are intended to kind of be, to throw you off, they're throwing me off. So, I don't know. Definitely going to have to feel my way through this one a little bit. Not gonna hop in there and be like, I know what's going on. But it's intriguing. And I feel like I might have a slightly better handle on this case than I did on the first one. And the first one, I did kind of feel like I didn't know really much about how it could have happened going into it. With this, there's some evidence that confuses me, but I feel like I have a pretty good handle on all the individual pieces of evidence. So I don't think it's going to be too rough, famous last words, but we'll find out. So this is where I'm going to end this episode. In the next episode, we will start the second class trial. As always, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.